Bro said it's 100 degrees. Damn, it's a crispy 58 out here in Mass. Stay hydrated. Mass? You live in Massachusetts? Boston?
Be wrong. I'm thankful for your super chat. But this won't be enough to fund the purchase of the electric BBC I planned to troll Black Mask with.
So this is how we're going to start the first batch of articles. I want to start off by saying shout out to that one gamer dad with the $20 super chat on YouTube. He said, hey, TBH, just wanted to say what's up. Plus, it's my birthday. Happy birthday to you. Also, just left DreamCon. Stay blessed. What's the vibes out there at DreamCon? And second, exclusive from Windows Central. Xbox first-party handheld has been sidelined for now. That's right. That rumored next Xbox that was supposed to compete with the Steam Deck and maybe even the PSP 2, it's been sidelined for now, in quotation marks. As Microsoft doubles down on Keenan and Windows 11 PC gaming optimization.
Shout out to that.
You said it's hoochie coochie out there. All the baddies out there.
So
why y'all not there then?
Ass nigga for that, my nigga.
Why aren't y'all messing with the baddies? I come to you today with some fresh news about Xbox's handheld plans. Previously, I reported that Microsoft was working on a native Xbox handheld alongside the Series X successor, planned to launch around 2027. It now seems that Microsoft's priorities have shifted somewhat, which is unfortunate because I've said previous streams, I think handhelds are the future as the average gamer's age goes up. People got too many responsibilities to be able to just sit in front of the monitor all the time. So if you can multitask with some mobile gaming, I think it can become big. I mean, we've seen it with the Steam Deck. We've seen it with the Switch. Now the Switch 2 coming out. That the pre-orders sold out almost instantly. You got the ROG Ally, the MSI Claw. People like this stuff. Even the PlayStation Portal. Last year, for those unaware, in 2024, Sony's best-selling accessory was the PlayStation Portal. Not controllers, not any type of cables. It was the PlayStation Portal. So online, people said that shit was ass because it was a stream-only device. But the survey, the numbers say that was a lie. Did I ever go over the Joey Badass beef? Nah, but I might in a video form. I didn't really talk about it on stream, but in a video form. That's something I rather, because I have different thoughts about that. Just to emphasize here, it's not Xbox's Asus device, which is like some collab thing they announced like 2 weeks ago. It's being pushed back. It's Microsoft's own internal Xbox handheld that's been shelved for now. I have a variety of code names for this unseen device, but it's unclear as of writing which exactly is the correct one. At the moment, it seems there are 3 prototype devices in development for Microsoft's Gen 10 effort, with the handheld being parked for now. Ho-ass thumbnail. Hey, but you still click, Nick.
New follower.
You still click. For people in the Twitch chat, if you want to know what he's talking about, he upset because I titled the stream something like it's Friday night and you're lame, so click here. Hold on. Gotcha, nigga. Hold on, where that shit at? Hokage HQ. Like, see, you're lame with nothing to do on a Friday night, so click here. You said, whole ass thunder, that shit worked. You click, nigga. Got him. Anyways, it's just a joke. Don't take it personal. Hold up. What was I about to say? Indeed, Microsoft still wants to build its own Xbox handheld in the future, but Microsoft has decided to prioritize its teams to improve Windows 11's gaming performance, specifically for devices like Asus partner device Project Keenan. It's possible that the existential threat from SteamOS, which on paper delivers better gaming performance than Windows 11 itself, has informed these decisions. Our sources have indicated to us that Microsoft is still deeply investing in developing its own Xbox gaming handheld technology in the future, but it is announced internally today the priorities are moving more deeply towards third-party OEM handhelds in the interim. So they're still working on their own Xbox priority thing, but for now, they're just going to be releasing like collabs. And if this article is correct, they're threatened by SteamOS. That's interesting, which I don't know why. Because first and foremost, that says to me, if that's true, that says to me for the Xbox handheld, they were focused on putting Windows on it. And if that's the case, nigga, we don't want that. If I'm buying a console or a handheld, I'm buying it specifically to play games. Anything it does after that is a bonus. So the interface should be simple and easy to use so I can get to what as fastly as possible? My fucking games. And that's been the problem with these these handheld competitors that are trying to compete with Steam OS, like the MSI Claw and the ROG Ally, they've been running on Windows, and in theory, on paper, it sounds better, right? Like a more powerful handheld device that has a full Windows experience. But the problem is you don't have a mouse and keyboard. It's not a full computer experience, and you're mainly buying it to play games. So they just released Steam OS for it. You can run on everything, and people are enjoying it. It sped up all the handhelds. Why? Because Steam OS was...
Only Sonic wields that type of power.
Shout out to Brandon with the sub. Steam OS is specifically developed to run games. It's a simple interface. So maybe Xbox is feeling threatened by that. I hope they do go back to the drawing board, because I don't want Windows on an Xbox handheld. That's the quickest way to fuck it up. I don't want to watch Netflix on my handheld. I mean, some people might, though. Some people might, but if Netflix is there, keep the interface simple, like the Nintendo Switch's interface, like Steam OS. Like, it doesn't need to be extra. Same, I want proprietary. Exactly. The focus for consoles should always be the software, aka the games, and the interfaces. Like, in my opinion, I'm gonna sound old. To this day, I still think Xbox's best UI was the Xbox 360's original UI with the fan blades. That was always my favorite. I can still hear that sound effect. And then after that, I'd rank after the fan blades when they came out with the Xbox avatars. That was my second favorite one. But after that, when they kept building upon it, it kind of got convoluted. But I love the simple fan blades. Ignore me, TBH, when he's playing Expedition 33. I don't understand what you're saying. I feel like you were trying to make a joke, but you didn't stick the landing. Sorry, buddy. Yeah, the OG Blades was the classic. OG Blades. I don't know why I typed that in there. Xbox 360 UI. I'm asking a real question. Ignore me, TBH. When is he playing? Oh, you're asking me. Yo, you wrote a run-on sentence. You're asking me, am I playing Expedition 33? I'm probably playing Night Rain tonight. But yeah, this interface was my favorite because it was really simple. Yeah, we got to work on that sentence structure. You fine. But yeah, very interesting. I do hope the rumors are true that they're working on an Xbox handheld, and I hope the rumors are true they're working on a PlayStation handheld. I think handhelds are the future. I'm going to stand on that. Everybody's getting older. Everybody in my audience is between the ages of like 20, not everybody, but most are between the ages of like 21 and like 35. Most of y'all got responsibilities. Y'all got kids. It's hard to sit up in front of the monitors. You don't know how fun it is to sit on the couch with a handheld or lay in your bed until you got one. Oh, I didn't ask you niggas to start posting your fucking age in the damn chat like your zodiac signs. Be quiet. Here we go. And I'm also a Leo and a Scorpio.
Only lame niggas say that shit.
I know y'all ages because I can see it in the fucking analytics. Unless y'all lying on y'all damn accounts. It's a few people in here lying. Actually, I'm a Virgo. I'm a rising asparagus. But yeah, that's what I got for the Xbox stuff. Other news. Respawn developers say morale is at an all-time low at EA. For those unaware, EA has been laying off more people left and right. Things aren't going well for the team at Respawn after 2 games were canceled with 100 people let go at the...
I thought TBH was a capitalist. Why y'all keep gifting subs to the community? It's starting to look a little socialist up in this bitch.
Yo, shout out to Chicken Spot with the sub. Appreciate it. You got any women in here, though? Not really. Majority of my, like 98% of my audience is men, with like 2% being women. Women on the internet don't really like me, which is funny because in real life, women love me, but women on the internet are different. So it's cool. I'd rather take women in real life. I have my theories of why, but I'm not going to talk about that. Yeah, this stream is a sausage fest. Sorry, chat. No sex before marriage. With 100 people let go at the studio, many have wondered about the state of things with Respawn employee morale, including employee morale. Now, after the Black Panther game was canceled, when the developer Cliffhanger Studio is being shut down, that has spread to concern with EA as a whole. So much so that even employees are making internal feelings known. So after Black Panther was canceled, because remember, that was Cliffhanger Studios that got shut down, not Respawn. The people at Respawn are upset about this shit, bro. In a post on Blue Sky, Patrick Wren, a senior encounter design at Respawn.
Subscribe to the idea of Shadow having a BBC. Only Sonic wheels.
Shout out to Saber Color with the sub. And I have some news on the Black Panther stuff. We're gonna get to that later. A senior encounter designer at Respawn gave his quick thoughts on where things stand. Morale's been at an all-time low, he said. I can say that much. In a separate post, Wren added that he is just sorry for everyone who just wants to make cool video games in the industry. If you weren't in the stream the other day, EA shut down the development of Black Panther and several other games, and they fired a bunch of people. And they said they are shifting focus towards basically live service games. They said they're focusing on FIFA, Apex, Madden, some other shit. Right now, off the top of my head, to be honest, the only single player games I know EA's got coming down the pipeline in the long term is the Jedi series, the third Jedi game. Respawn does have that tactical Star Wars game coming in the near future. But yeah, that tactical Star Wars game and then Jedi 3, I don't know any other single player games they have. They just had Split Fiction. Mass Effect ain't nowhere near release from my understanding. Mass Effect ain't close. You about to get a whole lot of Madden from EA. EA, and it sucks because they have some of the best franchises, but they won't tap into their strong library. Dead Space reboots. I don't know if we're getting a Dead Space 2 remake because Dead Space 1's remake did review well. I streamed it. I really liked it, but I don't think it sold well from what I remember reading. And you know, one thing about EA, the only thing they care about is money. So I can understand why morale is low at Respawn, even though Respawn is one of the beacons of hope for EA. You got to be looking at it like the walls are closing in and everybody's getting fired left and right. And it's like, how long before they come after me, you know, which is unfortunate. That's all these suits care about is these damn live service games when everybody knows it's these single player games that really push the culture. When the trend of live service games eventually disappear, you know who's going to still be here? People like me and you who play games like The Legend of Dragoon, Star Wars, The Last Jedi, Jedi Fallen Order, The Witcher 3, KOTOR. Shit. I don't know if I want to put Grand Theft Auto in. That's a casual game, but you get the point. Hardcore gamers, nigga. Hardcore. Dragon Age didn't meet their expectations. Nah, that's facts. But the unfortunate thing about, and I feel like the context of Dragon Age gets lost. It wasn't what it needed to be, and it undersold. But I feel like what gets lost in that story is the reason Dragon Age isn't what it was supposed to be is because EA did not allow BioWare. If you read the stories, EA didn't allow BioWare to make the Dragon Age they wanted to make. For those unaware, Dragon Age Veilguard was originally called Dragon Age Dreadwolf, and it was a live service game. BioWare wanted to make a traditional hardcore story-driven RPG with a ton of action and story choices, and EA was like, fuck that, make it a live service MMO type of game. And then midway through development, EA was like, make it a single-player game. So they had to rework things. That's why like the first 2/3 of the game is so kind of like all over the place. And that's where the context gets missed. People are like, oh, BioWare is trash. It's like, no, EA fucked them over. And then they throw them under the bus and make them look like they're the bad guys, which is unfortunate. Yeah, they tried to tell the artist how to paint and then blame the artist. This shit, see, you the reason it didn't sell. No, you're the reason it didn't sell, bro. Hey, TBH, is Burning Sword a real game? Have you heard of it? I've never heard of that. What the fuck is that? And I'm not gonna Google that because that sounds like a bad porno, nigga. Bro, you got that Burning Sword on your hard drive? No. And then they said gamers are cave dwellers. Right. And then they insulted their audience. Just nasty, nasty work. Elden Ring live action movie director rumored to be set on the lead actor. We keep getting new rumors about the movie. Fresh off the releases of Night Rain. While From Software has Elden Ring Night Rain launching today or tomorrow, this is an old article, there's more on the way for fans of the franchise. A live action Elden Ring movie is in development, and a major update regarding the project is reportedly taking place today. The latest rumor identifies the lead actor who will star in the film adaptation of From Software's best-selling action RPG. The latest rumor comes from entertainment website Deadline, which states that Kit Connor, Heartstopper and Warfare, is reportedly in talks with the director of Alex Garland for the actor to star in the Elden Ring live-action adaptation. You know, we about to pull up that IDBM. I don't know this person. Who is this? Kit Connor. Who's familiar? Is he a good actor, chat? Let me know. This is all just rumors, but none of it's confirmed. That's as big as joint Heartstopper. I don't know what it is. I've never heard of it. His Dark Materials. Rocket. I wonder if he would have a name or would they just refer to him as the Tarnished. Ready Player One dude. I think the movie will be about the Red Lightning guy, Vike, who became the Frenzied Flame. The action better be top tier. He was in Xenoblade 3. The Elden Ring movie's coming exclusively to PS4. Nah, I would blow it up. I don't know any of his fucking movies. But he was in Plague's Tale Requiem. I love that game. Fucking love that game. He's a bruv. Hey, British people can act. I'll give them that much. I wouldn't give the British people much credit for anything, but they can act. I swear British actors be doing American accents better than Americans sometimes. We'll see. Just a rumor, putting it out there. None of it confirmed. I don't believe this movie's real until I see a trailer. I don't believe it's good until I see a trailer. Facts, they do. They study us, but we don't really study them type shit. It's probably because they food nasty. Let me hit it one time for that. What's wrong with mash and pie? Everything, nigga. Yoshida, former PlayStation boss, warns of the dangers of subscription services for video game developers as I stare soulishly at the 5 monthly bank charges for games I don't play. Nigga, that's your problem. You're a fucking adult. Speaking to game developer and former head of Sony Interactive Entertainment, Yoshida, he's outlined his concerns regarding video game subscription services like Xbox Game Pass and PlayStation Plus, especially their potential impact on third-party and indie developers alike. According to game developer who spoke to Yoshida at Gamescom, he stated that it was great for those developers allowed inside what the website called the walled garden, but mused that these services inevitably expand. It'll be harder when they inevitably expand. It'll be harder for those outside, those in groups to cross over. What do you mean? Yoshida stated, if the only way for people to play games is through subscriptions, that's really dangerous because what type of games can be created will be dictated by the owner of the subscription services. That's really, really risky because there always must always be new ideas tried to small developers that can create the new wave of development. But if the big companies dictate what games can be created, I don't think there will be an advance in the industry. Has anybody ever seen an article from Xbox and PlayStation where they said that's their goal, to make everything 100% subscription? I mean, hard copies and digital copies are still available. I'm not gonna lie, if there was ever a day where Sony or Xbox or Nintendo came out and they said the only way you can play our future games is through a subscription service, like you have to get Game Pass to play any of our games, that might be the day where I'm like, yeah, it might be time to fall back on gaming. Like, what do you mean I gotta subscribe to play the fucking game? I'd rather just buy the fucking game if I like it. Was I King of the Hill fan? I thought it was all right, Bobby. But said coming soon. I don't want a world where we can't own shit, bruh. It makes sense, and Sony kind of does. I will say this much though. Of the big three, here's a prediction. And I hope I hope I'm wrong about this one, but here's a prediction. Of the big three, if there's ever a world where you can only subscribe to services and you can't buy the games anymore, the first to do it will either be Sony or Nintendo. It'll be Sony or Nintendo, and then everybody else will follow. I don't care what the Sony ponies say. The Sony executives are evil. They are evil. They be doing a lot of shady shit, but when they see something benefits them, they'll switch their tone and act like they're the good guys. And Nintendo, we know, they be trying to hardcore protect their IP. So I can see a subscription for Nintendo. You want to play Super Mario Galaxy 3? You need to subscribe to the Nintendo Online. And that would be such a terrible world, because what happens if Lizard Squad comes back and hacks the Nintendo servers? Now we can't play the game because it's not on the disc, or it's not even on our hard drive. There's no digital download. You have to stream it from the subscription servers. That's a terrible world. I'd be like, you know what, chat? I think I'm just gonna start reading more. Didn't the Google console do that already? You talking about the Google Stadia? Nigga, who bought the Google Stadia? I'm a little sicky about it. Never mind. I know somebody. Nintendo already got niggas paying for the C button. They already got them paying for the C button. But yeah, I agree with what he's saying. This shit is dangerous. I'm hoping ownership is that's what I said. If you got the space, buy hard copies still, man. Buy hard copies. Hard copies. Physical media is back, baby. It's back. Or it should be back, should I say. It's back for me. I've been collecting. The Ouya, fuck the Ouya. Dust Bloods will be the Nintendo subscription game. Don't speak that into existence. That would be evil. That would be evil. If From Software and Nintendo linked up and said the only way to play that is if you get the Nintendo Game Pass, I might boycott the Switch. I'd be like, bro, I like you From Software. I don't like you that much. I don't like you that much. I don't need no more bills. And I think it's incredibly insensitive to try to introduce bills right now in this current time frame, this current economy. Just let me buy it once and let me play my game. We selling the high seas if that happens. You said it, I didn't. We all gonna be looking for One Piece.
Now listen, that's called motherfucking bars, nigga. You know nothing about that.
Be a good customer. That's the best thing you can do. Make smart choices, because the only thing these suits worry about is numbers. And if they see you buying and indulging in bullshit that they try to put you out, like if they try to fuck us and you buy it, just remember you paid to get fucked. So they're gonna fuck you even harder in the future. You know, vote with your wallet. Vote with your wallet. Vote with your wallet. I love going to the store and getting a physical copy. No, that's facts. That's facts. That's facts. I don't know if this is still available, but Hitman World of Assassination is free on Steam. Offers May. Oh, it ends May 30th.
I'm going to Snapchat Sonic, my intrusive thoughts.
Let's see if it's still. You can still get it. You can still get it. All brokies. If you want a free game, Hitman is free on Steam right now. I'm gonna drop the link in the chat. Today's the last day to claim it. Even if you don't even want to play it right now, just claim it. I'll drop it in the YouTube chat as well. I want to play it right now. Yo, shout out to Soul Runts with the $5 super chat. I dropped it in the YouTube chat as well. He said, TBH, you think a Fantastic Four game from Insomniac would go hard? Also, you excited still for the movie? I'm looking forward to the movie, especially after what happened in another movie. I don't know if a Fantastic Four game would work right now. I think for a Fantastic Four game to work, let the movie come out, because I don't feel like the Fantastic Four is in the zeitgeist. Like the average MCU fan, I don't think they're gushing for the Fantastic Four. It's never been like one of the biggest selling comic books, because it's a little bit older. So I think with the movie, maybe that'll push it into the mainstream and make it cooler, and then maybe we can get a game. I'll tell you this much: if a Fantastic Four game is made, it better have some cool co-op elements. Don't make a team-based game and then just make it a generic beat 'em up. I want to see some cool co-op elements that really make you think about the way that you play, cool puzzles and like combat features and shit like that. That's what I think would make a Fantastic Four game, as well as a good story, stand out. The last Fantastic Four game I think was on PlayStation 1. I remember playing that shit. That shit was ass. Fantastic Four. Y'all remember that one? PS1? Shit was fucking ass, bro. Is this a video about this shit?
It's strangely tied to your...
It was like a side-scrolling beat 'em up. This game was horrible, bro. Rise of the Silver Surfer was fire. It's about the movies? You're talking about something else. Those movies, you realize those movies was like 20 years ago, right? Fantastic Four is not in... When I say zeitgeist, what I mean is like it's not in mainstream conversation. The PS2 game? Okay, that was 20 years ago too. It's still been a while. My point still stands. Y'all talking about PS2 games now. Fantastic Four is not part of the mainstream conversation. This movie will maybe bring it into them. Why didn't I go to DreamCon? Why didn't you go to DreamCon? You in my chat, bro. What the fuck? I played the Activision one on the PS2. They made it again. Well, actually, the last game was on the PS3. I hope so. The movie looks good. Turn this down. I feel this is a little bit too loud. You need to play it right fucking now, man. What up, Saint? They are per Rivals, though. Yeah, I think Marvel Rivals pushed them, and I think the movie can take it to a next level. You're right. Marvel Rivals did, I feel like, bring some like clout back to their name. And then College Football 26 officially unveiled with a reveal trailer and first details of what to expect, bruh. To begin with, College Football 26 has more than 2,700 new plays. Oh my God. We're going to have a Samurai Blitz, a Ninja Blitz, a Magician Blitz, a Dark Magician Blitz, a Earth 2 Blitz, a Multi-Dimensional Blitz. We're going to have the Doctor Doom Blitz. We're going to have so many cool Blitz moves. While the roster of real college athletes in the game is in the thousands, EA said the student athletes are being paid at least $1,500, which is more than double the rate from last year. All 136 schools that were represented will be in college football 26, while more than 300 real-world coaches have lent their likeness to the game, with the launch being on January 10th. College football 26 has also expanded player types and abilities, including 84 total new abilities and 84 total abilities and 10 new archetypes to help players customize their roster for their likings. Additionally, EA added a new wear and tear system that requires players to manage players' fatigue and injuries. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Now you can relive tearing your ACL in your college days in the video game, bro. The game also supports better AI, improved blocking and coverages, and a new dynamic substitution system to help show your opponent what your program. You know what would get me excited about this? Because I said college football 25 was an anomaly. The real test is putting out Madden in college football every year, bro. It looks like they're taking the Madden route, just little incremental upgrades, bro. No, if you guys want to really stand out from Madden, put a story mode in that bitch. That's how you get casuals like me into this shit. I want to play a story mode in college football 27 where I got to throw the ball on the field and then I got to throw my balls at some snow bunnies off the field. You feel what I'm saying? And then there's like a mission where you got to debate Dr. Umar about whether this is right or wrong. There's so many cool things that you could do in college.
The idea of Shadow having a BBC.
Yo, shout out to Mega Reborn with the sub. Appreciate it. Shit, what about like there's like a mission for like homecoming, the week of homecoming. The night before the homecoming game, you have the decision. Do you want to go to the party with the bad bitches, with the snow bunnies or not? If you don't go, you get more rest. You're more ready, but your social credit score goes down on the college campus because it's your first year. You're not the starting quarterback. You're the second string. So you have to decide, do you want to go socialize and get drunk or do you want to prepare for the big game? But in an admission, if you do go to the party, the college party with all the snow bunnies, a fight breaks out. Yeah, you get into like a police chase. You start shooting at the police and shit. Now you got to fight a case. Or there could be a mission where, you get so pissy drunk at the party. Now you got a hangover during game day the next day. And then the starting quarterback tears his ACL.
Your donation will go towards a new.
The starting quarterback tears his ACL the day of the homecoming game. You got a pissy drunk hangover.
Conspiracy
and
illiterate smut.
And the plot twist is he tears his ACL hanging out with John Wall. You both slipped on a bucket of water or something like that, walking down the stairs. So then the coach puts you in the game to start. You still got a hangover. So now you got to play a game where your vision is blurry. You more sluggish and shit like that. And it's going to be a real hard game. Like if you have it on normal difficulty, it's going to put it on expert. But if you win the game, you'll get more snow bunnies than ever. Come on, put me on the writing team. Put me on the writing team. Put me on the. That's how you get people excited about your fucking game, bro. You said all of this detail, but like, look, I'm just saying, this is just an idea that I came up with off the top of my head. I don't give a fuck about football. This shit is a caveman sport to me, bro. This shit is CTE Central. But if we gonna make a game about it, let's make a game about it, man. Shout out to Pokemon Wiz with the $10 super chat. He said we got 330 people watching, but we can't get 600 likes. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, we've had a total of 840 viewers and we don't have 800 likes. And then y'all wonder why I ignore y'all niggas, bro. The fuck? But yeah, that's your college football update. Basically more badges, more abilities. Ooh. I am curious to see. I'm going to be keeping my eye on this audience. I'm curious to see how long before sports fans start to flip on them. Because now you're going to have 2 football games a year that are generic and boring. Great news. The GameStop near me shut down. Chill. And then last but not least, this has nothing to do with gaming, but I figured you sparking zero perverts would be excited about this. Breaking news, Shitney Schwitney is selling a limited edition of soap. That's right. When you guys are done shipping the Amaranth bathwater, you can now wash your ass with the Sydney Schwitney scented Dr. Sasquatch soap. You guys, there you go. You can rub this. Now you can feel like you really like with it, bro. You really feel that shit, dude. So sip the Amaranth bathwater, then wash your body after that with the Sydney Sweeney bathroom water bliss. You're welcome, bro. Don't act like I didn't try to put y'all on. You said old news already pre-ordered. That's my first batch of articles that I got for you.